copies of Drago. Keeps lights and darks from being special summoned. Pretty strong attack at 1900. 3 copies of Debris Dragon. Now, Debris was actually one of the MVPs for me that in that regional. I didn't regret summoning a Debris Dragon at all. Like, every time I summoned it, it either forced a response, or I was able to make plays and continue extending with what I had in the graveyard. There were a lot of targets for Debris, and I was really pleased with it. Max Crusadia Draco, really good for setting up extensive plays, especially when you're using your opponent's link arrows that are pointing on your field. It's a dragon, so it sets up a lot of the stuff in the extra deck. 3 copies of Mass Dragon. I was actually debating on going down to 1 Mass Dragon out of fear of the Hita, the Charmer link, and just the opponent's like utilizing my Mass Dragon along with it, but I did not see it, and Mass Dragon worked out really well for the event. The lone copy of Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon, it's the Heart of Disaster, literally the best dragon in the game currently. A single copy of Phantasme. This was a rush choice, and for the most part Phantasme worked well, but only after game 1, because there were more copies coming in. As a one-of, it really didn't like do much, only because I didn't see it that often. Single copy Alexandrite. In the online testing, I went with 2, but there were I felt like just going to 1 was good enough. I mean, there were times where I opened with it in hand and had Shrine, and so that cut down the number of dragons I could send. But for the most part, the 2000 body actually worked out really well. Single copy Keeper of the Shrine. Really good recovery piece. Whenever a dragon anywhere on the field gets offed, it specials from hand or graveyard. Single copy Hibernation Dragon. Hibernation was really good in play, helping me get back Mass Dragons that are run over that turn, or getting back Debris Dragons so I can continue summoning. And the Grave effect was actually really helpful, letting me put Guardragons back on the field to where I can set link arrows up to use the Guardragon's effects, and also allows me to get back Borosword Borload. Single copy Kidmodo Dragon. Kidmodo was actually really good. One of the MVPs. It got me started so good. And with Heavenly Spheres only needing 2 dragons to make, Kidmodo was a really good inclusion. It's also a Debris target, so it's an easy black rose. And single copy World Chalice Guardragon. Another Debris target, that help me set up Heavenly Spheres, and then with Shrine helps me continue the loop. Alright, on to the spells. Single copy Foolish Burial and Monster Reborn. Foolish to help dump one, Reborn to revive anything from either graveyard. Single copy My Body as a Shield. This was a late choice. The theory behind it was the threat of Ghost Ogre and Salmon Great Rage. The latter more so. But realistically, I didn't draw into it at all, so it'll be leaving. Single copy Stamping Destruction. This was another late edition, but the only late edition that actually worked. Funny story, it's how I ended up with the tie that one round. I was actually trying to go for game in time, and the Stamping Destruction got negated. So that's how I ended up with the tie. Triple Twin Twister. The biggest issue that I have going forward is not so much the hand traps. I mean, most of the day I played through hand traps. Back row and floodgates were the issues, so Twin Twister came in to eliminate those issues. Max Dragon Shrine. Gotta put guys in the graveyard just to get myself started. Send Alexandrite and any other of the grave dragons that are really useful. Max World Legacy Guardragon. Some people like to use 2 copies, some people like to max it. It's really good max. And if you have Crusadia Dragon and Legacy in the opener along with any level 4 that isn't Drago, then you can loop as long as you go interrupted. Alright, traps. Single copy Burst Breath, another theory late choice. This was more so against Salamangreat or trying to stop link plays from happening by offing the monsters beforehand. I did see it once, but by the time I saw it I was already far ahead, so it really didn't do much. Imperial Order, another late theory choice. More so for Striker. I didn't see Striker at all, so this will likely go. Maybe sided. Max Solemn Strike. I went with this because I wanted to eliminate the link monsters from being summoned. I want to negate the summon and not have to deal with them. Permanence is nice, but it's much better to remove the threats off the field. Speaking of removing threats, Max Cataclysm. I was actually glad to see Cataclysm, like, if I opened it or drew it, because a lot of the times there were dragons on the board when I saw it, so Cataclysm allowed me to knock off two of their cards if they were ahead. Cataclysm was the trap MVP of the event. Now for the extra deck. Single copy Guardragon, Black Rose, Crystal Wing, Scrap Twin Dragon, and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This was the Fusion Synchro lineup. The only hard summon was the Black Rose. Everything else, Agripane was summoning. Scrap Twin actually was the most useful out of the 5. The second most was Guardragon. I think I only summoned Crystal Wing twice and Abyss once. So Scrap Twin got a lot of use as it was able to play through grave Balinks. Single LP, double Pisty. A lot of people play 1 and 1. I prefer second Pisty because if I'm already gone through my loop and the board starts to get picked apart, I can bounce back with second Pisty and rebuild the board. Double Heavenly Spheres. I wanted to play 3, but 2 worked just as good. The fact that it's 0 attack makes it a debris target, and that just opened up so much more room for plays. The single Agripane to pull stuff from the extra deck. Single copy Summon Sorceress. Yeah, there were a good number of times where Debris and Heavenly Spheres made Summon Sorceress. Other times I just used 3 different Heavenly and like another dragon. And then Borlord, Boral Sword, and 1 Saryusha. Didn't want to play 2 Saryusha. I feel it's going to go to 1. So 1 works just fine for me. Now the side deck, double Electric Virus for any Dragon Mirrors and against Orcus. 2 additional Phantasme to pair off with the first one in the main deck. Triple Lancia against Thunder Dragon and against Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave on Heavenly Spheres is painful, so I really needed to bring those in. Single Andrake. Andrake's a good target to special off of Heavenly Spheres as it goes to 4k attack from the hand or deck. Second copy of Stamping Destruction and 2 Econs. Econ worked really well with Heavenly Spheres and Stamping for more time. Single Heavy Storm Duster and maxed evenly matches the side traps. Evenly really didn't see much play, so maybe I'll go for something different. And there you have it. That's it for the profile. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment. Next time, see ya.